So do you guys love classic British sports cars? If you do, I am in a wonderland of British sports cars. Over here we have a Harrington. If you don't know what that is, well then you don't love British sports cars. Here we have a Triumph. Over here we probably have the most classic of all British sports cars, the Jaguar E-Type. Here's a Tiger, and over here, actually a car that I know a lot about, a GT6. So which one of these cars does not belong here? Could it possibly be this one? Yes indeed, this white car is, look at that, a Fairlady. That would be a Datsun. On our new classics channel, TFL Classics, we are all about this old garage, and my friend Ted and I go into all kinds of cool stuff, including the history of all of these cars. Let me give you a preview right now.
This lovely picture with, I swear it's Wayne Newton. Anyhow, you know, this is actually a British Leyland billboard from '74 back in the day. Paul had it, you know, wrapped up, and we actually put it up on the panels. He's got a TR612 somewhere. It's just cool, you know, when you come in the showroom, it's like, wow, a billboard. And anyhow, I guess it's kind of obvious now. As I was mentioning earlier, this Sunbeam Harrington Le Mans would be a pretty rare car. I don't know if this is where I would be desperate for Paul to be here. I think there's probably about 1,500 of these made, where a coach builder called Harrington would take garden variety Alpines and whack them off and make fastbacks out of them, and historically significant in that they were bonding fiberglass to steel, and later they got smart and realized that they couldn't do it, so they put a little chrome trim to hide the joint. But you know, a pretty good effort on a small coach builder in England, you know, and then they also kind of hopped them up so that they would go from slow to less slow. How hard can it be? It's just an old car. You can't get a wrench on a single nut because they stuck them up right against castings. You can't get a swing on them because there's always something in the way. Of course, it's British standard. Whitworth, whatever wrench you have is not the one that's going to fit it. And of course, the correct wrenches are such bad quality you can barely make them fit. I've got a whole set that I cut in half just to hope for access. These are you know, I think I'd rather work on that Citroen SM than struggle with the MGT cars. Incredibly difficult, a lot of swearing. But they are cool. They look neat, you know. People always say about Morgans, those cars have wooden frames. No, they don't have wooden frames. They have steel frames. Just like these, they have steel frames. But they do have wood structure to the body. So there is wood in the body tub. It's wood with steel wrapped around it and essentially nailed on the way you would upholster a sofa. It's hard to respect that in the 50s, but that's how they were doing it. You can call it quaint or you can call it bad, but it's cool. I mean, it's, you know, it's historically interesting.
All right, there's one more car that doesn't belong here. Of course, this blue Citroen SM, and that is a whole other story that I don't even want to go into. But anyway, if you love classic cars and you want to see the entire episode, check out TFL Classics by either clicking above or below, and you can check out our new channel. And please subscribe, because we're going to do a new series, Load Bearing Paint, which is all about cool classic cars. See you next time.